What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub. Let's get into this. Leslye Headland, Leslye, former Harvey Weinstein personal assistant of 4 years. I hope it was all worth it. Here it is. Here's her beauty. She's the beast. Either way, the Acolyte not doing well by any metric. Seriously, all the from Luminate to Disney's own sources, somehow they try to do certified fresh. Let's see. The Acolyte showrunner Leslye Headland claims negative reviews for her show are review bombing. Claims previously we just didn't understand it. We're missing the point. It's being reductive. Sure. So back on June 20th, Headland informed Hollywood Reporter, it makes me feel sad that a bunch of people on the internet would somehow dismantle what I consider to be the most important piece of art that I've ever made. Lesbian forced communist witches. It's the most important thing she's ever done. Now, in a recent, and a lot of things are coming out of this Collider interview. In a recent interview discussing the show's 6th episode with Collider, Headland is claiming that the negative reviews are review bombing. Headland states, "Oh yes, everybody knows what review bombing is like. Truly, when the show first came out, my publicist was like, okay, with the review, I was like, does anybody take that seriously anymore? Perhaps the average. I understand the point of it, which is that the average viewer would look at the site and say, oh, the user review is really low. That's right. They would, because it's at 14% still. Lowest was 13. I think we can get lower once we finish out these episodes, but let's continue along. My hopes and dreams rest on Rotten Tomatoes. Not really. She continued, but I think that if you're in the Star Wars fandom, I think you already know what review bombing is. No. If you're in the Star Wars fandom, you don't know what review bombing is because you've never had to or seen review bombing. You liked the original trilogy on VHS, and then when the prequels came out, you watched that and you liked it. You didn't go to some fictional site and review bomb it because Jar Jar. Now, Disney Star Wars fans and The Last Jedi, you might be very well of what they're calling review bombing, but that's actual people that watched it. In fact, I would argue that the people so-called review bombing it, leaving negative scores, they've actually watched the shit. And the people that are going there and review boosting it, leaving these 10-star reviews to try and get the review up, they haven't even watched it. And that's the joke. All the time they try to target these to that mythical modern audience, the pronouns in bio, colored hair people who find that representation and inclusivity and all that shit is the only thing that can make them enjoy something. Even they don't watch it. That's the rub. That's the joke. So I guess if you're totally new to the fandom and you're considering watching the show, it could affect you. But I also think that my work in the past has been very word of mouth anyway. Like, yeah, don't take a meeting with Harvey because she'll lead you to your... So I don't know if... I just think because behind the scenes, we all know what it is. It's not that it's not concerning, but I think it's pretty expected, I would say. I guess that goes along with the warning Moses Ingram of like, all the fans are going to be racist to you. Same thing. Yeah, the Mandela, it's a playbook and they play it. Show currently, again, has that 14% rating. Not good. That's an average rating of 1.3 out of 5. Good to know. And again, that's gone up because that was at 3.3 at its lowest. 3.4 out of 10. So that's going up, at least on the IMDb, or staying consistent, rather. Not only are the reviews abysmal, but so is the show's viewership. And this is where we saw that one Screen Rant article. They were trying to say how good it was doing. It was like, what? No, it's not, because according to the Luminate data shared by Variety, the week that the show's 5th episode debuted only brought 232 million minutes watched. This is the worst week aside from the show's first week, which only brought in 210 million. And granted, people are going back and forth. Everyone heard there was an action scene, so maybe they'll go back. The show peaked in its second week with 380.5 million, however, significantly declined to that 262 millions watched in its third week. And yeah, normally we have to wait. So any day now, basically, we'll be getting those full week views of the last episode. Show's viewership is way down, and this is where we don't understand how they're trying to make it a success. It's doing worse than Ahsoka, and they were even combining the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, or rather the first 2 episodes of Acolyte, and still not as good as just one of those premiere episodes for Ahsoka. So yeah, and even that, it was a wet blanket rather. Ahsoka's 4th episode hauled in 459 million, yeah, compared to the Acolyte's 262. So nowhere here is there anything, any signs of a healthy show. So looking at the show's 5th episode, even if you factor in both of the show's runtime, the Acolyte is performing far worse than Ahsoka. The Acolyte's 5th episode has a runtime of 34 minutes, while Ahsoka's 5th episode had 51 minutes. If you do a simple total runtime divided by the episode's runtime, Ahsoka has around 11.3 million views, while the Acolyte has 6.8 million. So goddamn, almost half, a 40% decline. And what did you expect? What did you? There's a bunch of cope of Leslye going around saying, "Oh, people think I'm attacking George's Jedi, and that's just a perception. I'm not, and this and this and this and that." Well, the perception is the one that you gave. All right, yes, Queen. So just accept your shitty ratings. Good luck. Good luck. I mean, I'm watching, I'm loving it, but for all the wrong reasons. I can't wait to see what dumb shit she's going to do next, what lore she's going to steal and or piss everyone off with. But that's ideally not how you market a show. But who knows? Maybe we're going to switch things up. Let me know what you think of this. Sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.